and ladies of fate. In this stream, we play various tabletop role-playing games as you, the audience, earn fate chips that can be used to reward or punish your favorite players or their characters. You can earn fate chips by watching, following, hosting, or subscribing, or just contributing to the game. You can then use those fate chips to heal characters, adjust their skill checks, force them to say silly lines, or just wreak havoc on the story itself. Tonight we're playing Star Trek Adventures. And these are the voyages of the Starship Norway. Our crew consists of Armand playing Captain Roland Sykes. Myself playing Commander Bal Chisorthus. We've got Rockosaurus Rex playing Lieutenant Commander Bajor Burkison. We've got Amanda playing Lieutenant Commander Arya Burks. And Good Devil playing Lieutenant Commander Sivek. And then for this journey, we have Wayne, our very own Q, to mediate the will of the fates.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this, your diversion in your otherwise dreary little human linear lives. Welcome to this, and we have now found out some very interesting things that we'll get into. But before we start, let's stretch our brains with just a tiny little bit of trivia that may relate to last week's episode. Or it may not. We shall see. So for our trivia question today, the Kobayashi Maru refers to what in Star Trek lore? Is it a dessert on Deneb 3, Trip Tucker's flight instructor, a no-win scenario, a Class 3 neutronic fuel carrier, or a ship that goes to the promised land?
Best Star Trek movie.
Any Star Trek movie. Galaxy Quest is by far the best Star Trek movie. However, and ironically, I believe it was an even number. So if you wish to plink away in the poll, which is available now, please take a look at those. I do not know. Let me see. Yep, you guys can have some choices. And don't forget, you can spend fate chips to get extra votes, apparently. That's been done. So I want you to spend those. I think you need to use what they call space latinum or space money. But again, a dessert, Trip Tucker's flight instructor, a no-win situation, a neutronic fuel carrier, or a ship to the promised land. Because we, alas, after last week's rather unimpressive showing by the crew and twist ending, we have lost all of our sponsors. The Nye pillow, Bill Nye's pillow company, bailed at the last minute. So all I have is this, just as a salute to Bajor, and remembering Ensign Alpo. So that's for Ensign Alpo. How are we doing on voting? It looks fairly promising.
Mm-hmm. It does.
So should I reveal the answer?
Sure.
Oh, all of you. Oh, we are just giving these away. It is obviously the no-win situation. And as ideas, who were the cadet? Which cadet allegedly beat the scenario? Team?
Captain Kirk.
That'd be James T. Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm going to have to give you a penalty because someone said Captain Kirk.
But I corrected it and said James T.
Oh, well, I don't know. There's going to be some problems now.
No, you already have so many
There's going to be a few complications
from the last week.
Yes.
Well, we had 5
already
votes
have
for the
somebody. You
answer
don't need
from
to
chat,
list.
by the way.
Good work, everyone.
And we have one person who shall be shamed for picking the wrong
voting
answer.
for the
We're
Promised
picking
Land
Promised
ship?
Land.
Mhm.
I think that when you bet with your heart and not with your head, I feel that was a very much a heartfelt bet. That was someone deep flexing deeply upon us. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to begin to roll you into the situation. You have just ended the Borg attack, and sadly, the crew was being converted. What caused the end of the scenario? Do you recall?
The self-destruct.
Yes, the captain ordered a ship-wide self-destruct. Very much in keeping with a Kobayashi Maru. So at this point, the holodeck comes away. We do not have Arya with us, and that is an interesting glitch in the Matrix continuum, and B, an opportunity for you guys to decide where is she right now.
The last time I decided that for a party member, I never heard the end of it, so I'm going to defer to the rest of the group.
I guess it would be 10 forward.
I would love to go to a Klingon opera.
Oh, Klingon Acid Rock.
Whatever it was. I wouldn't saying I wouldn't have complained at that, but I can see why. Why Seavik did, yes.
Wait. One second. For the millennial here, what band would fall into the genre of acid rock, by the way?
Ooh.
Like Iron
Someone
Butterfly?
in the audience.
Like, would Iron Butterfly fall in there? Like,
According to Google, yes, Iron Butterfly.
I believe it's Philip and the Peter and the Protons would also fall into some form of acid rock.
All right, so Google would suggest
Oh no.
Jefferson, Airplane, Pink Floyd, the Beatles.
okay, all right.
The Doors.
Acid.
Anyone who took acid
LSD.
and wrote music. pretty much.
Or if you want to turn it into
That's
acid
what
rock,
that
it would be
means.
anything that I would listen to while on acid. Anything can be acid rock if you're stoned
True,
enough.
because the Flaming Lips are listed as well, and I don't particularly see them as in the same.
Oh, I would definitely call that Flaming Lips acid rock, man. Like, they released a record to where it's like 5 records, and you have to like set speakers up in a room in a certain way and start each record at a specific time in order to get the full experience of the album. If somebody didn't think that up while they were tripping balls, I don't know what acid rock is anymore.
What if
The
the
Beach
name
Boys
of the
are on this
band,
list, by the way.
What if the name
never
of the
mind.
band, like, what if he was just staring at himself in the mirror while he was just like ripping hard? I was like, my lips are on fire. Oh my god, that's what we're gonna call the band.
Lieutenant Commanders, perhaps we should not discuss our taste in music in front of the Starfleet auditor.
Says the guy who just came from a Klingon rock opera.
It was a hallowing experience that I did not enjoy.
Touche.
All right. I just wanted to know if I've regained control of the
Sorry,
room
I took credit
at
for
this
that.
point.
Rufus Burke
Sorry.
suggested a Klingon easy listening.
Oh, yes. I believe that is Klingon easy
I
listening.
think like beating
Kenny
pans,
G with an apostrophe.
beating pans together or something.
Any G. Yes.
Any.
And I want that meme. All you Photoshop dorks, let's make this happen. He has the hair, he has the nose. You supply the forehead, and we will be ready to roll with Kenny G. Oh my God, yes. So what we're going to do, we're going to now regain control of the room. This is, of course, as you already know, this is Admiral Buckets, and she's in charge of your starbase, your home starbase. There's so many numbers. I'm not expected to remember them all, but it is your home starbase with your home bar. And we never did decide where Aria was, because we decided where she wanted to be, and that would be, I guess, at a Klingon having some Klingon easy listening. She could be in the adjacent holodeck.
She's in the holodeck right over. She thought the test was over there, so she's doing her own. She actually passed.
Did you want to do
passed.
that? Did you guys? Did you want to do that? Aria, does Aria want to be in the other holodeck?
She was playing
and
the
just
board
report to the wrong
time.
holodeck.
They just didn't let her know.
Player's choice. Amanda, this is absolutely your decision as to where.
I
where
thought
was
it
your
was up to them
character?
where to put
Where do you-
me. I don't care. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, they came up with some ideas, but it's kind of your character, so it's your agency.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, this is your agency, unlike
Don't
you.
make me too far away, so it's not too hard to find you.
No. Yes, so you have to psychically gate in now. No. What I want to do is find out: did you want to be in the adjacent holodeck, either A, Klingon easy listening, or B, and come back with stories, or B, you were running the Borg against your fellow crew, and you don't have to tell them if that was the case.
No. I wanted to be the latter. Yeah.
The running the Borg against them. Okay. Do you want to tell? Well, it's up to you whether you want to tell them about it. And it can be you and the absolute
I want
secret.
to tell them on the condition that the commander also knew, so that I'm not the only one.
Oh, I don't think that they care.
He
I think they'll be
pulled
fine.
rank on me and made me do it.
He pulled rank. Don't pull.
I was
rank.
like, "This is fucked up," and he was like, "No, I'm the captain."
That sounds like Roland.
I know it does, because this is totally true and happened in real life.
All right. So Arya comes through the nice little turbolift doors, or not the turbolift doors, the overly engineered doors. And apparently they're using the old school sound effect this year. So we'll get that. We'll switch. The Starbase has a little bit of an issue. I think we're going to try this. There we go. There we are.
Well, the studio found out that if we don't use those sound effects again, that we lose the rights to them. So we needed to make sure we kept them.
Oh, they need to be 20% different. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a deep cut. All right, here we go. So you have you've all gathered on the holodeck. You're all back. You have various forms of let me see. You all have various opinions about this, and you can express them to the Admiral now or possibly during a debrief. But she says, well, congratulations to all of you on getting as far as you did. It was it was very sweet.
Well, if you can call it a congratulations, we lost the ship. We tried to save as many people as we could, only to have to turn around and blow the whole thing up. I don't like having to blow up my ship, Admiral.
No, I know, but keep in mind there were 38 other ships that went down faster than you did.
Well, when you put it like that.
I mean, they went down faster than an Aldelbra and Hooker on Ryza, if you know what I mean.
Admiral, are you sure we should be speaking so loose-lipped?
Well, it's just us. It's just us in the holodeck. Who could be listening?
And then I'm gonna kind of like, I'm behind CVEC, and I'm kind of like, yeah, but you might want to be careful about anyone who might be writing reports, Admiral.
Who do you think reads them? I'm saying that Starfleet HR ain't all that efficient.
I'd like to jump
Just
in.
look at any of Jim Kirk. Yes.
I'd like to jump in
go
and
ahead.
break the tension of ratting out Sivek for being a narc and saying, hey, I love that game. It was way better than what I hear our ancestors thought of Cyberpunk 2077. Sorry.
It was hardly as glitchy. No, I have to say, I know that you had the most difficult time, and especially since Commander Area had volunteered to help run the opposition during this simulation. Her empathic skills came in very handy.
I doubt the Borg in a battle would be as much in our heads as the commander was. So
that's true, but once somebody gets assimilated, remember, who was your ex-lover on the Crazy Horse? Not the first two, the very first ship that got assimilated.
Admiral, I'd be much more comfortable not talking about my personal life here. This is strictly professional.
It is. They were strictly professionally assimilated, and then they used that against you. And that's one of the things that we found out. Now, do we want to retire to the conference room, or should I fetch down the tactical team, or did you guys need a few minutes to decompress amongst yourselves?
I mean, I could use a drink, but if we need a debrief, then we need a debrief.
Oh, I think that you guys might want to reflect and gather your thoughts and go to the other set that we've rented for this episode. But I can meet you. I'll meet you in conference room 143J. And there will be a quiz on that. So everybody write that baby down. Yes, but I'll be there with the tactical team, which is Admirals Henson and Nechayev. So I'll meet you there in I would say 1 hour. But hopefully you guys can gather your thoughts. It was not an easy scenario, and every other crew that has gone through this, A, did not make it as far as you, and B, did need some decompressing to discuss losing. Put it bluntly. Anyway, so toodaloo, and she exits the holodeck, and I can't find there we go.
Personally, Captain, I think it's bullshit. I think we could have won.
I think so. I think so too, Commander. I think that, as I said before, had the opposition not been run by somebody so firmly entrenched in our own brains, not saying anything negative against you, Commander, you performed admirably. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You kicked our asses. If it had been computer programs, I think we would have won.
Well, it's going to be a damn short reconciliation. All right. That's going to be a damn short bit of self-reflection.
She wanted like a Real Housewives brawl where like somebody pulling on ale in somebody else's face and Harrow's.
Where's what's his name when you need him? We need to sit down with what's his name? The producer of that show.
Oh, I don't know.
I believe that Sivek was about to mention something.
No, it's gone now.
What?
And it's gone.
And it's gone. Okay. Just reminding you, like the Kolinar, sometimes you got to push on through and just talk over somebody, which is okay. So would you want to stand around on the holodeck or actually go over into Modine's and attempt to what humans call relax? Since there's only like one human in the group, I have no idea what the rest of you do. But
Aggressively
look, you're
masturbate.
already one up on Discovery. You have a cis white male in season 4.
I do what I can.
Yep, that's it. You're it. You're the only one you're representing. You're the only one that's gonna make what is it, Midnight's Edge in any way somewhat happy other than the swastika. Those are the only two things.
I'm gonna look at the rest of my senior staff and say, well, I'm gonna head to Modine's and get a drink. You all are dismissed to do what you wish for the next hour, but make sure you're there at conference room 143J. Admiral Buckets can be a little bit of a stickler for time if you catch my drift.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll add that to her list. Oh, that's a cool. What a cool idea.
So
It's gonna make someone a total prick.
Civic will
Yes.
walk out and head to his quarters. Gonna take a quick, refreshing tonic shower, and set an alarm and meditate.
What?
Fun.
Okay.
Fun, yeah, fun.
Fun.
You know, fun.
I didn't pay.
Let loose.
Fun. Well, that's okay. It's totally correct. I mean, it is totally correct.
Captain, if it's all right, I'm going to
And
head
I'm
with
gonna-
you.
Absolutely, drinks are on the Federation tonight.
Woohoo! Expense account.
And I'm gonna go to go get a drink with the captain and the security officer as well.
I'll follow suit.
Okay, so we have split the party into one as we're going into the thief and then the rest of the party. No, you must roll the hide in shadows. You must roll that. All right, while he's gone, as a meta thing, we're going to have Civic meditate about something, and each of you is going to visit him like a ghost of Christmas past.
Listen here, you little shit.
I like this. I like this a lot.
I think that if he goes off on his own, which is absolutely a completely valid role-playing maneuver for his character, and is not in any way destructive, he himself could act as the conduit through which the crew processes their feelings. How's that working? Is that meta enough?
I like that. I like
I
that
like
a
it,
lot.
but you all have to have a black background and step into a spotlight and then back out of it. Can we do that? I don't know if we can. Just pretend.
Oh.
Yeah,
This setup is pretty much set in stone. It's not moving.
is not moving. It is. All right. As a quick question, Civic, are you there? Can you hear me, Harry?
No.
Or did he really just take off to take a
No.
dump?
You,
No.
please
He's there.
keep talking your shit.
Are you, I hate to say, are you in agreement with this? And do we need to have a long sonic shower scene?
As long as it's sensual.
And you have to decide if this is the biogel
Civic's
version.
camera, the cord on
Yes.
Civic's camera is not quite that long.
We'll take to Paul's and we'll just superimpose his face over top of her.
Yeah,
Oh
give
my
me the
God,
whole thing.
yes.
We got this.
If
Um,
anyone can Photoshop that, I'd pay really good money.
I have 2 Federation fun bucks for that.
Well, I'm just gonna get out of character. I'm gonna speak here. I finally
Yes.
made it. I have now become a Rule 34. Thanks, everyone.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I think we need a I think an icon for that would be very appropriate. that people could spam the chat
allow
with.
us to have that emote.
No, just the number
Oh.
34,
That'd be great.
and just put it right over his face. Just 34.
It's just an emote of Sivek taking a shower.
Yeah, Sivek.
Sorry, guys.
Sivek,
I'm
the
still here.
smelling
I'm just
pulp.
trying to adjust the camera, and I don't want to make anybody sick. I'm still here.
Yeah,
Don't think I'm in the shower too.
Someone
Lord.
used that as a joke already.
No.
You got to come up with something new.
Ugh.
But yeah, so Sivek, you do. Of course, I have seen it all because I have seen everything. All knowing, all seeing. You have nothing to feel bad about, Sivek. And now you have gone into your room. You have taken your sonic shower. We're gonna move on past that because it's too easy to lose control of the narrative again. And you can describe the ritual to begin the meditation, and then while you're exploring your own thoughts, we'll continue.
Very well. I was going to take this time to just relax, collect his thoughts, really think upon the last few hours and what more he could have done to extend the lives of his fellow crewmen in the scenario we just experienced. However, I am going to go to my replicator and what? Ooh, chat. I'll give you one. What is Sivek's relaxation drink? If anyone wants to give that to me, I will accept it. But whatever this drink is, I pull a cup of it off and take it over to my my living quarter table, where I've already lit incense. The table.
As a cue, As a cue, I do have to point out, non-alcoholic only.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
okay. Sorry, that was the
See.
chat.
Yep. Sorry. Oh, that was
No Cosmo there.
Mine was the Cosmos.
So
lit in-
he is lit his incense on his in front of his dedicated meditation table, which is just exactly what it sounds like. It's a table that's a little lower to the ground. As he crosses his legs and sits on his legs behind him, and closes his eyes and begins his breathing. Oh, and Q, just as a quick one meta, I did say he's going to set an alarm to pop him out of his meditation to go
Yes.
pretend.
Yep. Oh, as a Vulcan, you have a sense of time that is unparalleled.
All right, very well.
You set a mental alarm and allowed enough time.
It comes to this, Q.
Yes.
I've met Q. And I just feel a certain need to know that I'm going to be at this conference room on time.
You will be in the room where it happens.
Very well.
Is that it?
Before Sivek closes his eyes, he does lean over and picks up his steaming hot cup of apricot juice.
He's gonna need some toothbrushing after that. So you were beginning to reflect on what more you could have done, and are you worried about what your crew could have done, or just yourself?
Maybe a little bit of both, but more like if what additional preparations he could make or could have made, because we'll put it this way: Sivek understood the assignment. He feels he knows the purpose of the test we just took. So he's not seeing anything of what we did as a failure, rather an opportunity to learn, so that we may not repeat our mistakes.
Okay. All right. So as a meta, just to let you all know, this is an actual Starfleet battle simulation. And as far as you know, it is not. As far as you all have been told, it is not an unwinnable scenario. It is simply a statement of fact as Starfleet understands it. Does that make sense? Okay, I just want to let you know that you don't necessarily have to process it through a certain lens. But Sivik, while you meditate, I'm going to ask the fellow people that live in your mind, who wants to go first and challenge him on what he could have done differently. So if as an exercise, he needs to come up with an idea, and then you come up with a way that the board could defeat it. Does that make sense? Does that sound like a rat bastard thing to do to a friend?
He just wants to drink his apricot juice.
Steaming hot apricot juice.
That was a nice touch.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is Sivik, if you're still there in the ether.
Yes, I'm still here.
All right.
How do you not know how
Let's
this works
begin.
by now?
Well, I just, object permanence
Stop breaking the immersion.
The few problems is one of the few limitations of the continuum, because all objects are impermanent to us. So we are going to have you walk through the scenario of the encounter in a temporal fashion, a linear fashion, and it will begin with the fleet forming to encounter the cube for the first time. Was there anything you could have done during the initial contact when all ships were still intact?
Perhaps.
Including everyone's ex-lovers.
A fleet-wide joining, at least initially, of our shield our shield barriers, in order to increase their efficiency until they started. But no, I'm going to let someone defeat that one, because that one should be pretty easy to knock off.
Okay, who wants to take the first poke and step out of the shadows? And tell me he's full of it.
Say it again. Tell me what you would do.
What if we had the fleet join in one large shield bubble?
Oh, the Borg would have gotten through those defenses.
Okay, did you just take the lead on poking a hole in your friend's thingy?
No, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. You can. I believe
I have no idea how, but I just know that they would have.
Anyone who can sufficiently throw technobabble at this. You had 34. You got 39 ships plus your own, and they've now joined their shields. How would the Borg have possibly overcome this issue, or would it have limited the fleet?
I was just gonna say, I feel like all of that power being rerouted that way would have caused other problems.
All right, and Civic, with that suggestion, what other problems would it have caused? Or anybody else who wants to jump?
But however, in order to complete this, we would have had to have had all ships in such a cluster close to each other. The Borg would have destroyed us even faster than they eventually did.
Okay, and that's one idea discarded. Upon the initial engagement with the Borg, there was the attack ships moved forward as was Starfleet tradition in a battle line, and began engaging, but they were facing but one face of the cube and began to be sliced to pieces and grabbed with tractor beams. Was there a possibility that you could come up with something that would have helped with the initial assault of, say, 10 ships?
Perhaps if we determined a different strategy of attacking the Borg rather than just essentially what the American revolutionaries called a straight fucking line, and instead did perhaps a phalanx like those of the 300 Spartans of Thermopylae.
Okay, does anyone want to discuss why this might be an issue?
He's having this conversation, and then all of a sudden the image of the captain comes in. Ooh, Sivek. But you forget at Thermopylae, they had everyone coming through a tight corridor. This is space with 4 dimensions. There's nowhere to funnel the Borg through. A phalanx is only strong enough if you can protect the sides. Ooh, I'm going back for a tree.
Indeed. It seems I am forming theories in accordance to the cameraman filming this shot.
Let me see. Let me see. You're still standing in your void. The initial assault is swept aside. The cube is somewhat diminished, but not by more than a few percent. And then additional ships of the second rank, which are actually slightly stronger, which were held in reserve, break an attack and begin to use some resonance pulses that are thought to affect the Borg collective consciousness. And it turns out they, of course, are, but this is now 20 ships engaged, a larger swarm, and they're attempting to swarm rather than a phalanx. And do you have any way to keep them from essentially being picked off individually?
No.
Boy, I'm sorry, I'm working on this.
Perhaps a joint effort between groups of ships, perhaps of 4 or 5, all taking individual bombing runs, essentially, at essential systems, or what we can hope to determine are Borg essential systems.
Okay. Does anyone have a counter to a small squadron of ships attacking on a single vector?
I do.
All right. You come into the light.
Yes. Ooh. I like the way the captain did it. That's an excellent idea. The only issue with that is that the Borg adapt to new strategies quickly. So it would only be a matter of maybe 1 or 2 attacks before they realized that heavier fire was centered on their essential systems, and they would call for heavier backup. So it might work initially, but then there would need to be something more random that they couldn't pick up and respond to. Ooh, going back with the captain to get a drink. Ooh.
Indeed. It seems even the most, even all of our randomizing algorithms seem to fail to be random enough for the Borg to not be able to adapt to any of our strategies, whether We rotate the shields, we rotate the phasers. They always seem to find a pattern.
Okay, so as we go through this, I don't know if and the additional the squadron attack is squandered, and you're almost left at the point of which we started the scenario, where just a few ships cling on, desperately, and attempt to even rescue survivors from other ships. At that point, is all hope lost if you're down to just a couple of ships, Mr. Sivik? Has the battle already been lost before it was fought?
The battle cannot have already been lost before it's fought. The Borg have been defeated in the past. They are a resilient race, to be sure. But they are not invincible, though they certainly have the projection of being invincible.
Yep.
No win scenario? I don't think so.
Perhaps if we started out with greater numbers.
Yeah, actually, here's the part. Can there be a chorus of you?
Wait, before that,
in,
I'd like to bust
Sivik's
in.
mind?
I'd like to bust in.
Lay it on me, bro.
Chief Engineer Sivik, everybody else seems to be busting your balls and telling you you have horrible ideas. I want to let you know that I support you, and your thoughts are wonderful and important. Goodbye. You're doing a great job. Goodbye.
It almost seems to me that perhaps there was more purpose to Dr. Arya taking the helm of controlling the Borg. Also may explain why they were so focused once they had boarded the ship on assimilating me to their cause. Curious. You would think the Borg would go for the captain. No. They came for me once they were on the bridge. Gonna have to ask Captain Sykes for that promotion.
I believe that someone's id was going to speak up in the form of Dr. Burks, but she seems to have effed off at the moment.
No,
Is she effed off permanently?
I'm still
or-
here. You can't see me. Oh my God, I did it.
We've gone full acid rock on this.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try really hard to come back.
Is there anything that an Ball's aspect would want to say about the situation of assimilating an engineer? As Bahal or Vulcan, either one, both.
Maybe had thought of it faster.
Oh, so this is the self-punishment thing
Yeah,
that we hear so much about.
that sounds like what you do.
This is the backhand.
I
get your shit together.
I would like one thing imposed on Sivik's little meditation visions here.
Aren't the visions already in an imposition to my goddamn meditation? You motherfucker.
Yeah, isn't this supposed to be the opposite of meditation? Isn't his mind supposed to be blank or something?
Seems very stressful to me, honestly.
Everybody needs to
I just-
disappear. Jesus.
He's having all these thoughts. He's having all these thoughts and thinking all this stuff out. And then I want the scene on the bridge where he becomes assimilated, and Captain Sykes stopped everything that he was doing to try to defend his chief engineer, and then when the captain dropped down to his knees in Kirk fashion and screamed up at the heavens, T-Vac! I know it should be screaming Borg in that situation, but that just sounds silly, so we're gonna scream
Yeah,
T-Vac.
because that sounds silly.
Yeah.
Well, that's it.
And all I'm going to say is this is what you get for splitting the party. By the way, this is the intrusion on your
I
meditation.
put Photoshop.
A cold shower.
Look, I'm sorry.
A cold
I'm sorry.
shower and warm apricot.
A cold shower and torment.
And I don't mean the water's cold. I mean everybody is cold.
You could have just ran the entire next scene without a certain Vulcan.
Nope.
Yeah.
And then
Nope.
picked right back up with that certain
Have
Vulcan
you
in a
met
conference
him?
room.
Have you met him?
You. Hmm.
I think he's gonna let you go off by
Well,
yourself.
I felt that you didn't get enough screen time, and I don't care about IBS. Okay, I just don't care.
He's gonna spy on you.
I'm sorry. I had to walk away.
Feel free to check the Discord for our
First, I will
Photoshop
get
picture.
first I will give you IBS. Then I will punish you for having it.
I'm downloading this.
Wait, do we have such a thing?
I'm putting this in my spank
Am I-
bank.
Oh no! No!
Save image as wallpaper. Wallpaper.
Can I delete this? Hold on. I can.
No, you can.
Ah! Oh
Wait, where
my
is it?
god!
Wallpaper, more like a ball.
That's cool. You can go.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you can delete it. You can
wallpaper.
delete it all you want.
This is
You delete
wallpaper.
I
it.
have
It
it
is.
saved for
It
posterity.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is copied. Let me see if it can go up on
John,
the
I
screen.
really love this picture of you and me, but that
Thank you
one's better.
See,
Every time I
can
turn on my
this-
phone.
Like Ball looks very stoic. The captain's just like, "What are we doing here?" And
Well, Ball was
C-Mac looks like he's just
I
checking
have
himself.
Okay, hold on.
I got
All right.
boobs.
the captain.
I got
the
boobs.
captain's got a six-pack, and Sivek, your breasts are unreal. I mean,
Whose
seriously.
holodeck program is this?
Oh, that's
Right
definitely
here.
Geordie LaForge's.
That is not a holodeck. Don't spoil it.
Oh my goodness.
With everyone's permission, quick poll of the actual players. Is this permissible to post under GM has lost control of the room?
Yes.
I'm for it.
Yes.
Okay, is everyone down? All right.
It's not my body. I wish it was my body. Shit.
No! That's what you meant. Oh, you
That
defense.
is-
No.
Wait, was that a hand of objection or was that the hand of assent? I said,
You
is everyone
are
down?
rule 34 Civic. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I believe that
No.
34 Civic has begun things. So
No.
that's
Don't you think that this kind of
That's
content
fair.
is worth a Prime subscription at the least? Don't you think?
I would say it was, but I think we've lost whatever we had. We are done here. And I think actually here, let's do this because I think
We
it's
broke
funny.
you.
We broke Q. I believe that's the best. That should be the screenshot that we now use as our thumbnail image for almost every Lord.
We're gonna get clicks on that. That's for sure.
So,
Oh, my
a little
I
behind
believe that we
You guys hear Sivek's trying to talk. No.
I think that Civic is basically just throwing up. in a hat right now.
A little behind the scenes there for all the lords and ladies of fate. And Pone Donkeys will be more than happy to tell you this. I didn't want to appear on camera, and now my fears have finally been realized.
Oh no! Wait. Seriously? I'm sorry. What do I need to fix? Can we stop the stream, or what can we do?
I think we're good.
Are we good?
Like I don't know how to feel about it.
Process
Well,
it
I'm
and
afraid
let
that
us
you
know.
can accept. You can expect what's left of my apology. Well, for what little my apology is worth. Someone had screen capped, so I'm assuming that your picture's already out there. We cannot post this on YouTube. Is that possible?
No, it's fine. It's canon already. It's on the internet and it's on there forever. Like that's
All right.
how the internet works.
All right. Wait, where did we get the middle person?
What?
I'm trying to. I do not recall the scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's Hoshi.
Hoshi. It was Hoshi.
Yeah, Hoshi.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Devil, are you going to be okay?
Yeah.
I like that.
The worst part is they didn't get your ears.
Yeah.
Should have gotten
I
your
had a
ears.
shot with the headphones on.
I need a revision. Quick, everybody, take a picture of him picking his nose.
Center yourself real quick so they can get a better screen cap.
Yeah, center yourself. Yeah. Look at the screen like a herder
let's
injured
not
animal.
pretend
Oh,
this
I'm
is
looking at the screen. I'm looking at my second monitor.
Yeah,
let's not pretend this is
we're
ideal
gonna
work
sing
here either.
in the arms of an angel. We're gonna be
Somebody
singing that.
get the man some more apricot juice. He's having a hard time.
Yeah, I think this is rough.
Like all by
I
himself
did-
in the shower and whatnot.
I did not think to ask that as a thing, and I had a wave which I thought was assent, and apparently was no. I mistook this for no, or for yeah, more. So I do apologize. That is my fault, but it is actually going straight into my slide set. Yes.
I like that.
So I have a stack now, as the kids say. At this point, Civic proceeds into a slumber. Civic, do you possibly have an idea of, no matter what the Borg do, they adapt to Starfleet ships and tactics? Yeah, that's. Do you have a possible epiphany?
No.
There's
I
still
don't.
epiphanies coming. Let me see. What can I do here? Are you capable of moving forward, or should I switch scenes?
Why don't we switch scenes?
Okay. By the way, you're gonna play the Twinkie gay bartender.
It's getting better.
This gets better.
Well, it's the Cardassians. It's the boyfriend of the gay bartender, and actually they're omnisexual. So whoever wants, I'm just going to say that's the person also that gave you the loaded Romulan ale on our very first adventure.
Oh yeah.
But to tell you the truth, he is quite hot. So you can use him as your avatar. I have no idea about the copyright clearance for fan art. But what I'm going to do is, embarrassingly, for the continuum, for we have caused a transgression, we're going to switch to the stalwart crew, who is now, I've got to pluck all of you out of your space-time. Oh, no, yep. Who's just go along to get along. And yes.
Can can we be in mid conversation? Because I've got something great to go right into.
You can absolutely be mid conversation where we cut away from Good Devil, actually no, not Good Devil, from Civic saying, "I have it, that's it." Who has come up with a solution, or a possible solution to this seemingly insoluble conundrum, as he works through his personal childhood trauma. And we now go to the bar. Is Arya present? We're hearing her on a disembodied voice, right? Or am I just missing something?
No, she followed us to the bar.
I think
Okay,
she stepped away from the computer to grab a drink in real life.
Oh.
So
Okay, I was
Okay.
not sure where she was at IRL. I see only so many images, and I didn't know if this here newfangled computer thing. All right, no, that's okay.
I
Because
need
again,
one in real
object-
life.
again,
It's less satisfying than
object
whatever we're
permanent.
about to have virtually, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're I think we've killed the evening. Devil, are you okay playing Tolan, or do you need a moment?
Sure.
Have you seen Tolan? Okay.
He's very
So,
hunky.
Animated
Yeah,
Cardassian.
he's an animated anime Cardassian, and Rax is his boyfriend, and and his uncle is indeed Garrick. But at this point, Garrick is canonically, I think we're just beginning the Cardassian retreat from Bajor, if I'm not mistaken on our timeline.
So he would just now be falling out of favor with the Obsidian Order and getting.
Correct. And it is up to Tolan to decide how much or how little he knows about his uncle Garrick's affiliation with such an order. So that is all left open to the interpretation of the player, and I have fun with it. Anyway, so Roland, we open on the scene in Modine's with I don't know what kind of mood, but you say,
And and some people will just take like a picture of your face and superimpose it over top of somebody else's body, and then they'll pass it off like that's your body. And I can't believe that there are people out there that would do such a thing.
And that's called. You said it's called a meme. Is that what that thing is?
Yeah. Well, that's the classical term for it. I mean, these are long time ago, but I mean. You've ever seen
I read up on the history of it. It was a way for people to connect with each other without generating any actual original content. It was wildly popular.
I love it.
Yes. In the late 21st century, they actually started doing it to video and music. They called it a tick-tock.
like a clock?
It was a waste of time, but I don't
Never
know
felt
what it
more
had
personally
to do.
attacked.
I'm sorry, I was trying to.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
She knew what she was doing.
Are you uncomfortable?
No.
Let's give you a moment.
You know what she's
T-Mac, what's up?
She knew what she
we
was
need to
doing.
personally attack a lot more people on this channel to make up for what I did, okay? I want you to savage each other, please.
Oh, but it's so pretty.
They're like, oh, Rex, we need some Aldebaran whiskey. Aldebaran whiskey. Yeah, Aldebaran whiskey.
I got the green stuff. If I was curious, Tolan, will you take the green stuff over to those rather depressed-looking Starfleet officers and offer them some wisdom?
Absolutely not.
I'm gonna lean into the chief medical officer and go, did you understand anything he said?
I don't
He
think
thinks
anyone
you're
else
really
did.
handsome, but he's going
one
out
did.
with one on his left.
On his left, right? Okay, good.
Right?
I think that's
Oh.
what he said, but their language, left and right are virtually interchangeable. So
I mean, if you can call that language.
It's the third tentacle from the center.
Absolutely, Rex. That was a wonderful point. 4 Aldebaran whiskeys.
No, he's right. You have spinach in your teeth.
Oh, really? I did. Yeah, has this been the whole test? Oh, I
Well, maybe that
complained
was
to the
good.
Admiral.
I'm sorry. I had to made it for a second. I thought you said I heard you say green stuff.
Hold on just a second. I've got another thing to post. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we're back. All right. So,
I thought it was just gonna be like me with a drawing of a dick,
well,
just to even
the score. So
I give you
Tolan,
permission. I don't know if that makes it less fun. Whatever.
Tolan,
Aria with a mustache.
well, that is better than Q with a beard. Okay. That didn't go anywhere. That fell flatter than a cosmic string. So, Rax hands a tray of drinks to Tolan, and Tolan, just knowing how to decipher Rax's rather gibberishy moment, is taking the tray of drinks to the rather depressed Starfleet officers over in the corner. And will hopefully lay down some wisdom and maybe interact. I don't know. By the way, you blew up your ship, bro.
Well, there you go, Captain. I heard it was a hard day.
Well, yeah, I lost my ship, my fake ship. My real ship's still good. She's out there.
I would like to hope so, sir. We're still on it.
We're turning a fucking Downton Abbey here.
I love it. I love it.
It's just what came out.
Love it.
It's just what came out.
Run
I
with
don't
it. I
know.
love it.
I love this. This is way better than I came up with.
Do you all want some food? I'm sure Tolan is gonna be much easier to understand than Rex. I mean no disrespect, Tolan. To
Oh,
It's
don't worry
I
about
can
it.
understand that. I heard retainer. Anyway,
Admittedly, sir, I love the man, but he can be a bore to listen to. I agree.
well, I shouldn't have anything with spinach. Apparently, I'm being told. So, what's a good special on the menu here today, Tolan?
Oh, it's funny that you ask. I just fresh made. I was fortunate enough to get some fresh produce in today. Get it so very rarely. I was able to make some tomato soup, and I was also told by some of the crewmen that a grilled cheese goes well with that. So that is today's special.
Ooh, Earth food. I would love some.
I haven't had a good grilled cheese and tomato soup in a
Yeah,
long
when's
time.
the last time you had Earth food?
Can I get mine cold?
If you insist, sir.
Do you have apricot juice?
As always, Doctor, it's available from the replicator. I suppose I can get it for you.
Yes, but not just yet. I don't want it to get cold. We're gonna take it to a friend on the way back.
Oh. Very well. And at this point, I guess Tolan will retire back behind the bar and start preparing some food for the crew.
you press 3 buttons. You may return at any point in which you wish.
Oh no, they're waiting.
Huh?
They said
waiting.
they're waiting.
Oh, they're waiting.
So what do
since
we
don't-
what do we want to ask him? What do we want to find out for him? Sorry, I just want to go like Meta for a second.
What? What do you need?
What do we want to ask him? What are we trying to find out from him?
Oh, you're talking amongst yourselves. Actually, Tolan's just serving you drinks.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if there was something that we were supposed to be trying to.
Not
No,
necessarily.
I was following some notes I was given by one of you squishy corporeal beings that I should make sure to involve the entire group including those that are just placeholders on the main screen. So I forget who her name was. Yeah, Lieutenant
Gemma.
Gemma. Yeah, Lieutenant Gemma was apparently not fully participating this year.
No.
And I
She
was
definitely
called
did not
out
pull
on
her
it.
weight.
I lost.
She did
I
a
lost
lot as the Borg,
ratings.
though. We gotta give her that.
Yeah, she did a lot
She's
with the
been
Borg.
replaced,
She took names after
Um,
she got assimilated.
been replaced with West.
But yes, so you're all playing this over. Bahal, you never did have a chance to put your well-laid plans into action before the captain selfishly and weakly declared all is lost and blew up the ship. I don't know if you want to share that with the group.
No, I think I'll just stew in my own anger that we never got a chance to.
But
Well,
no,
the captain's not going to allow that to
useless.
happen.
You're running a Dune episode. At this point, you're playing Dune, and we're just watching eyebrows move. Yes, please work on a way to bring that out, Captain.
Man,
Well,
thank you
I
for
kind
giving
of
him an
tried to do
entrance.
that when I did the comment about how I think if we had more time, we would have been able to do what we were supposed to do.
Okay.
We could have won.
Okay. So yes, I feel that the captain can now just yank that baby out like a wisdom tooth.
Oh, man, I did not like the Kobayashi Maru, and I surely did not like this test either. What did you all think of this endeavor? Where did we go? Where did we go wrong? Where did we go right?
I mean, we could have. If we got more time, we could have done it. They cut us off too quick.
And I'm gonna, as you say that, I'm going to kind of just look at Commander Burks and just kind of like stare a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll never know if you'd listened to Ball, wouldn't have to blown the ship off. I mean, he's not saying he told you so. He's not. Nobody's saying that.
I just hate the feeling that we could have done better. Yes, I know that out of every crew in the entire fleet here running exercises, we did the best. That doesn't make me happy.
If it's an unwinnable exercise, what really would have made you happy?
Winning.
But it's unwinnable
I think we'd win it.
by definition.
I don't believe it's unwinnable.
Okay.
I believe one Borg cube and 40 ships. That, I'm no mathematician. I'm a Starfleet officer. But if 40 ships can't take out one Borg cube, then what are we doing here? Protecting the Federation? Because I'll tell you what, if more than one Borg cube comes through here, we've seen what's going to happen.
I've seen First Contact.
I believe First Contact was about 10 years later too. And also,
all of that would
we do not have
absolutely
James
be
Cromwell
classified.
on. We do not have James Cromwell on contract, sir. I believe that there's some issues with the live stream. His image we can't use. Good devils. Fucking sky's the limit.
Oh!
Look, what's done is done. Well, for you, I can reverse time if I wish, but
So meta.
I'm going Maida. All right, here we go. Anyway, I apologize. So you've been poked a lot. Bahal, when does that great pinata of expression break open? Someone must raise those little paper mache donkeys, and someone must smash them.
I just think that we could have done better. I mean, it's computer simulation, you know. Like, I mean, how many misses do we have down in the engineering or in the medical room with the security team that was computer generated? You know, give us the full crew. Let's do it with a full crew, and we could do it. We wouldn't end up like this.
Yeah, especially if we had different weapons. I mean, we realized how quickly that they adapted, and it turned out that hand-to-hand was more effective, it seemed.
Maybe that's something we should recommend to Starfleet, that hand-to-hand combat training needs to be more robust.
And less organized, you know. Predictability is a big factor with them. If they can predict it, you know, the fact that we are so structured and therefore predictable might be part of the reason why they're able to, you know what our next move is.
So maybe street
you know.
fighting?
So wait, let me get this
Guerrilla
straight.
tactics.
You guys would like to recommend to Starfleet Command that we fight a technologically advanced race with sticks and rocks?
No,
Sticks and
I'd like
rocks.
to suggest that instead of presenting the Borg with 40 identically structured ships, I don't know, maybe if they got on 2 ships and they weren't built the exact same way, it would confuse them. They wouldn't know where the power systems were immediately or which critical places to target if not all the ships were identical.
But you can't expect in a combat situation. Usually combat, they don't declare war and say we're going to be here at X date and X time, and then we have to bring a diverse number of ships in order to battle them. It's usually like, oh shit, here's the Borg, let's do what we can.
We need
Calling all
we
cars.
need more Federation vessels to help patrol.
What about allies? Yeah, like, you know, allies, you know, Vulcan
Like remote
or
military bases.
I don't know. Yeah, so, like some of our partners, you know, their ships are structured differently. So if we alerted them to the Borg threat and they thought it was serious, then, you know, maybe you have one Starfleet ship, you know, one Vulcan ship, all of them different, just a little less easy for them to figure it out. And species too, different species are going to also confuse them. They're going to be
Why don't
thrown
all our
off by
ships have
that.
to have a saucer? I mean,
Do all the ships have a saucer?
I believe because round is good.
Round makes us strong.
Look. Um, look, how else is the captain going to get in his 10K if it's not in a circle? You have to turn around in the middle.
Gotta keep
Might as
going
well be
around
in a
and
way
around.
full.
It's just awkward, yeah.
Yeah. So do you possibly have an epiphany that you want to present to
I
Starfleet
think we have
Command?
I think
Yeah, sticks and
we have
rocks.
a couple.
And sticks and rocks and more bases.
All your bases belong to us. This
They
is
set us up
where
the
you're
bomb.
going. See, speaking meme, yes. I feel this is odd. What I may request is, can we switch back to Civic's meditation that we're going to just ride into like a wrecking ball?
Oh,
Is that okay with you, Civic?
Well, I suppose we could. I mean, it started as a wrecking ball. Well, it might as well end the same way.
Here, we have not begun to wreck, sir.
We were just double checking before we did something like,
Yeah,
you know,
because now
invade
we're
your
going to be
psyche.
sensitive after all the effing around. Yeah, you're just literally you're just my playthings. This is just how it goes. I have the red gloves. I have the hat. I can do what I will. And apparently someone has decided to Gary 7 the shit out of this. Which is ISIS. Yes. She is a special girl. She's a special girl.
Yeah.
My husband's allergies are going off just watching this on cam.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, bad. Get rid of a dog. All right. Anyway, so what I'm going to suggest is, Mr. Civic, you are beginning to emerge from your sense of losing yourself into the greater universe, and you're beginning to come back and reintegrate yourself as an individual from the one. And what you gonna do? Your alarm is about to go off, so you woke up, or about to wake up.
Can I try to call into CVEC real quick?
Call in as one of his subconscious delusions.
Yes.
Civic, do you consent to this bullshit?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna have to say we're gonna have to pump the brakes on that, because, well, I feel fucking guilty. So, Mr. Civic, what do you want to do, depriving your fellow player of an opportunity to fuck with you?
Oh, I wasn't gonna do anything bad.
Oh, that's what we all say. That's what I said
really
when I
wasn't.
posted that picture. You're carrying my guilt. No, you're carrying the guilt.
No,
What?
I was gonna be nice, but now y'all never know. That's fine.
No, you carry the guilt of the continuum. I shall squash anything now. Mr. Civic, what do you do as you begin your wake up?
Yes. As I come to realize that I'm waking up, we'll call it waking up. Fuck it.
The sleep of the elves, sir.
Like I'm certainly somewhat miffed, which is not an emotion Civic is very familiar with, or hasn't been for some time. The fact that I just wanted some rest. But it seems my desire to, fight for or apply myself to the greater good by joining Starfleet may have proven a much more ardent task than I had given it credit for. These humans are finding their way into my mind. I don't know how to feel about
Civic's
it
making
when I shouldn't feel,
friends.
and if that's what you want to call it.
We're gonna have so many holodeck adventures.
So, now fully realized back into the real world from his meditation. Once again, just going to lean over, pick up my now much less. Well, actually, at this point, it's room temperature apricot juice.
Yes.
Take a sip off it, and
Hold on just a second. I need to do some form of dice roll. Because believe it or not, congratulations, everyone. 0 dice, 0 momentum. I have failed as a DM. We're going with evensies, oddsies, first room temperature. First die. It is room temperature. All right. Now roll dice.
But what was the alternative?
Not room temperature.
Still hot.
And then it was up to you to say it was cool or warm.
Eerily
was-
cold.
It was like Tolan, still hot.
Love it.
Oh.
Look, I can't let you have a good moment, sir. I'm so.
No, you really can't. So I'm just gonna. Cvic's gonna do one of these.
I really need a screen cap of his chair. Again, this is why I'm in marriage counseling at the moment. The continuum needs continuous marriage counseling. So what I'm going to do is, Civic, you are summoned back to collect your thoughts about the reflection upon diversity And does anyone else know what he was talking about? I was distracted by the cat.
Sorry.
The reflection
Diversity?
about what now?
Diversity, and also I was looking at cats. So we had a live cat. I was out of it. Civic, do you have you had your beginning of your awakening a forced dice roll to make this appear to be a tabletop role playing game and not just group therapy? And what did you kind of no, it's group therapy. It's not even that. It's group hurt. What did you what sort of conclusion did you begin to come up with as you emerged?
Right, yeah, because I had
That.
right, I have to come up with the answer of how.
Oh,
Right,
well,
sorry about
look, you know, otherwise, why are we keeping you around? It's a pair of ears. And...
So, gosh, the only thing I could kind of come up with on the fly, I'm gonna go with the idea that Sivek thought, well, we found a nice way to, or a rapid way to be able to lower and drop shields, and perhaps with the assistance of maybe a few more and more varied ships in Starfleet's fleet, armada is the word I was looking for. Perhaps one of our smaller ships, one that the Borg wouldn't consider a threat, would be able to get in under their shield barrier, transport on board, and potentially drop off high yield explosives before reboarding their ship and getting to safety before detonation. Because it seems all of our attacks from the outside all end the same way every time we've attempted this test. So, when all options outside have been exhausted, perhaps it's time to
If
look
you can't
inside.
fix a problem from the outside, you can fix it from the inside. There's
Oh.
my value, baby.
Oh, do you gonna replace
No,
it?
I don't want to replace it.
All right, and honestly, with that, you all make your way to the meeting with the admirals, and are about to present. Well, you begin by like walking or stumbling, depending on whether you've gotten rid of the synthahol, and there is no quick cure for a heavy dose of tomato soup and mac and of grilled cheese. There's just no coming back from that. The entire team that was at Modine's is for the next session at 1 increased difficulty and a critical range of 19 to 20 because of the mac and cheese situation. Please remember that, because I sure won't. You all meet in front of the door to conference room
143J.
Nice.
and are about to go in. You've all given each other the nod as a Starfleet, and that is where the continuum ends. Even though we will not go to a really cool streaming conference, because apparently we suck and nobody likes us. But I will be there at Dragon Con if you need me. And there's not yet another wave of pandemic bullshit.
We're gonna be on the Zeta variant for long.
And I will be, and oh no, I think we've already hit that with Omicron, but I'm not sure. And I will be, and my husband will be dressed as oh my God, this is terrible. I do not know the name.
I must know.
Yeah, now I need to.
Yeah.
All right, Google ready.
Yeah, Google ready. and it's we will be doing a cat's paw role play. I've made it official now. You can't back out.
Is it safe to Google that on my work computer?
It is safe if you leave the safe search on, sir.
Are you talking about Cat's Paw as in Cat's Paw, the 7th episode of the 2nd season of the American science fiction television series Star Trek, written by Robert Bloch and directed by ...
I believe that it has marionette creatures that make crocodile noises. Yes.
That is so deep. That is so fringe. I love it.
What? You think
Oh,
why am I
it.
taking on? All I am saying is that one of us will be Korab and one of us will be Sylvia, and you will be
Oh,
hard
yes.
pressed to tell.
Oh, yes. Which one
I-
are you?
All I'm going to say is one of us, you will be hard pressed to tell the difference.
Just so you know, right now,
But
Ari is on
I-
a Rule 34 search of that.
Yeah.
Do not do it.
Oh,
Do
yes.
not do Rule 34. All I want to say is this
My
has been a
computer
dream
has
for...
more viruses than a MAGA
This-
convention.
Yeah, this is oh, I would to keep in mind with pissing off the furries, then Midwest FurCon. Midwest Fur Fest. Sorry. We must be accurate even when we mock.
Is it really
But yes,
called
Korab. Yeah, there is such a thing. MFFW, yes. Midwest Fur Fest. All I'm saying is everybody has a thing, and you know what? We don't judge. We all love what we love, and we should be happy with that. Yes, all I'm saying is one of us is if I can make this work, yes. And also King Tut would be one of the other King Tut and Batman will be one of the other pairings.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That would be, if it works, sure. I've got to find some Moskin, but we'll be fine. Anyway, so I turned this tawdry little episode. You're about to go and present with a PowerPoint slide presentation worthy of the founders of the Federation. And now to a commercial break. I certainly hope I've given enough time to find someone worthy of our 2 followers. No luck.
We're good. Yeah.
We're good.
But,
Okay. Everyone be respectful, and they might not be as perverse as we are. So be kind.
They might be more.
who knows?
And if that's the
No.
case, then have
But
fun.
they're playing Dune.
I
since
want to
we were
take
just talking
notes.
about Dune.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
that's
excellent. So they're whispering in each other's minds and sticking their
so
hand in
this'll
a
be
box.
interesting.
No, they're getting large, giant, blocky shields that just look like plexiglass barriers.
If you enjoyed the show,
I like
please
the
hit
slow
that follow
fade.
button down at the bottom there. And join us again for next week when we pick up where we left off with the Admirals meeting. Wednesday, we're also doing
The Admiral's beating?
meeting. I mean, they might beat us. We didn't win.
Right. You've been very bad.
And
We've had a very bad captain.
yeah, you'll have to take the beating for everybody. So.
As the captain's job.
And then we will be doing 5th edition D&D on Wednesday. And
Boy, do I have some surprises for y'all.
then Aliens on Thursday. So, yay!
So looking forward to dying. There's so many people that want to die. Just
Yep.
oh no, everything else is pornographic. Never mind.
Bye, everybody.
You either want to be dead or in a porno. That's the only